Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back. If you're new, it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe so I get to see more of you and you get to see more of me. Without further ado, let's just get right on into the video. And yeah, so for those of you who don't know what a gap year is, it's basically the time between finishing sixth form high school and going to university, or university and starting a job, or just between two different jobs. Basically taking a year out of your life to just do whatever you want to do. I've decided to make this video to give you guys a bit of tips and some advice if you're thinking about taking a gap year, and also tell you why I chose to take a gap year, because originally that wasn't the plan. So let's start from my experience of the whole university prep and thinking about going to university, thinking about taking a gap year, and what actually happened. I started my A-levels with the idea that I was definitely going to university. This was in year 12, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to study at university, but I just knew I was going. This was the route everyone was taking, and I didn't really want to be different. I wanted to follow the norm, I guess you could say, and do what everybody else was doing. Also at this point I had my teachers and my head of year and everyone advising to just get university over with, do it, then do whatever you want to do. It's much better, they say. So I decided that I was going to go to university. Not a clue in the world what I was going to study, but I was pretty good at sociology. In year 12 and year 13, sociology was always the thing I was good at. I never really used to revise, which was really bad, and I don't condone that at all, but somehow I would just come out with really good grades in sociology. And I somewhat enjoyed it. Yeah, I liked it, sort of. Sociology was the thing that I just knew would get me into university. However, my real passion has always been like performing arts, drama, not so much dancing because I can't dance, but things like that. But everyone always said, do you really want to go to university to do a performing arts degree? And honestly, I thought about it and I was kind of like, I can always do that on the side and get an actual degree. For a long time I was so confused as to what to do. I really didn't know what to do. I wanted to go to university. I wanted to move out because I was coming up to 18 at this point and everyone was just annoying me at my house. So I couldn't wait to move out. I couldn't wait to make new friends. I couldn't wait to meet new people, things like that. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna apply for universities and I'm gonna apply doing sociology. So that's what I done. And I got into all the universities that I applied for, but in my heart I just knew it wasn't what I wanted to do. So I started debating about taking a gap year, but in the back of my head it was always, is a gap year worth it? What am I going to do? You know, I kind of just want to get university out the way as well and then do whatever afterwards. So I decided, okay, let me think about it. So it was always in the back of my head, but there was always signs telling me not to do it. Anyway, skip forward, got my A-levels, done my A-levels, and got into university for sociology. Over the summer I was really thinking about it. Should I go, should I not go? And I decided it would be best to live at home rather than move out, because that way I could keep my job, I could keep my car, I could use it, things like that. So I decided, okay, the best thing to do is stay at home for university. So I ended up starting university doing sociology, and I think that lasted about 3 days doing sociology. And then I decided, nope, I want to do criminology. And I had it in my head, I was like, oh my God, I'm fed up with sociology. I like crime, I like watching prison documentaries, all that kind of stuff. So obviously I'll enjoy criminology. So I started criminology, but bear in mind, in the back of my head, I always wanted to do performing arts, and my aim was to do it on the side whilst at university. So I'm doing criminology, and honestly I'd only been there for about a couple weeks, and I would sit in my lectures and I would look around and everybody else just looked so interested, and I was just there like, really. I had a holiday booked for Madrid for 4 days, and I went on that holiday, and whilst I was in Madrid and my head was clear, I was really thinking, is this what I want to do? Do I want to spend 3 years of my life doing a degree in criminology, getting myself in debt for something that potentially, yes, it's a useful degree, but my heart's not in it and I'm really not enjoying it? After thinking about it, and I was speaking about it with people for ages, and they were just saying, do what you want to do. But everyone always tells you that, and by people I mean like my family. They was like, do what you want to do, but you know, you're like, oh, I'm gonna let my family down if I come out of university, and everything just goes through your head and you're like, what do I do? So after thinking about it for a while, I decided I wanted to take a gap year. I wanted to postpone university and go back to it the following year, so this year. This was last year, October. So I sat my mum down and I spoke to her, and she was very supportive. She was like, you know, do what you want to do. It's up to you. I'm going to be here. I'm going to support you, things like that. I was like, okay, cool. Thanks, mum. And then it was telling my dad, which was the hard part, because he never had the best education and he's always wanted more for us than he had and things like that. So for him, education was everything. Sitting him down and talking to him was a bit difficult because he had it in his head that I was dropping out of university, which I kind of was doing, but I was more postponing it. But in his mind, it was, okay, I'm never going back to university, I'm not going to get a degree, blah, blah, blah. So trying to explain that to him was very hard, very difficult. But I'd done it, and at the end of the day, I wanted him to support me, and he always will support me, but it was my decision, and I'm not doing a degree for anybody else. I'm doing it for myself and to better myself and for a better life for myself. With that being said, that doesn't mean that you just have to do any degree and you have to jump at the first one, because if it's not what you're passionate about and it's not what you love, you're not going to enjoy it and you're not going to do the best that you can do, because your mind will always be somewhere else when you're sitting in your lectures, in your seminars. You think of 100 things you could be doing instead of being there. I decided that that was the right decision for me personally. Once I'd done that, I knew I wanted to go and do performing art this year. So that was in my head. My aim for this gap year was, what can I do to better myself so that I will be able to go back and do a performing arts degree? Now, a lot of people ask me, why didn't you just change courses? The reason is because I had drama experience, but for universities, they require a lot more than what I had. And there would be no way that I could emphasize how much I wanted to do it without having the experience to back it up. I decided if I come out and I take this gap year and I do some drama courses and acting courses and things like that, it would show them that I'm serious about it, if that makes sense. So that's what I decided to do. I came out, I was working, and I was looking for acting classes, and I found one, which I'm currently doing right now, and I absolutely love it. Honestly, it's the best thing that I done was coming out of university and doing this course. It's only for a short period of time, but you can do it as many times as you want to. And essentially, what is the meaning of essentially? But I'm pretty sure I can use it in this sentence. Essentially, I'm gonna go back to university. I think, I don't know. That is what I decided to do. I've applied for a drama degree. I've got an interview for going to do it, and I'm really excited. And honestly, my advice is, if you want to take a gap year because you want to travel or you want to do something in particular, or you're unsure about what you're going to do at university, then I 100% would advise you to take this gap year, because at the end of the day, you may have people come in your left ear and come in your right ear and telling you, no, you need to go to university, this is the path you need to take. But realistically, you are the only one who is going to be living that life. And if you don't want to live that life, then nothing you're doing is going to matter to you. You're going to end up putting yourself in debt, and you're going to end up having to go to lectures every day of the week, nearly enough, doing something that you really are not passionate about. And a lot of my friends are at university and they love it, and that's great for them. That was the right decision for them. But personally for me, I needed to take this year. I needed to be 100% with what I was doing, and I needed to figure out what I wanted to do. My dream job has always been to be an actress. But it's one of like your guilty pleasure dream jobs. It's like you're not really gonna tell people that's what you want to do, but if you could do it, that's what you would do. That was what I would do. So taking this gap year, let me tell you the benefits of taking this gap year. I have discovered a confidence in myself that I never even thought I would have, honestly. Just by doing something that I love, I've become a completely different person. I mean, in a good way. I would have never started YouTube had I still been at university right now. I wouldn't have had the time for it, number one, and number two, I probably would have just been miserable with my life and not seen the positives in anything. I wouldn't be going back to do a course that I love now, and I probably would have just pushed that to the back of my mind, and that means also pushing my dream of being an actress to the back of my mind as well. I've met some amazing people on my gap year through my acting course and through my job, and honestly the best thing I done was take this gap year, and I knew from the beginning I should have done it. But I'm happy that I did start university, because it actually showed me that what I was doing was not what I was meant to be doing, or nor was it what I wanted to do. So I'm honestly so thankful. And as I said, if you're thinking about taking a gap year, go for it. Don't listen to other people. You're the one who's gonna have to deal with everything, with the consequences of your decision. So do it for you. I am going back in September, as I said, to do a performing arts degree, which I'm super excited about. And just in myself, I'm such a happier person because I know I'm going to be doing something that I love. I met some amazing people at university as well, and they love their course, they love criminology, doing what they're doing. But for me, it just wasn't the right path. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching, and I hope me kind of showing my experience of taking a gap year has helped you to decide what you want to do. And I hope that whatever you do, you succeed in and you love it, and it's everything you could possibly imagine. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you have a lovely day. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment. Also, I forgot to mention this, like 700 years ago, my best friend also has a YouTube account. I will link it in the description down below, and please check it out. She is on her year abroad at the minute, so she lives in Madrid. So if you want to see some travel videos, go check her out. Also lifestyle, things like that. So yeah, go check out my best friend. Link will be in the description down below. Bye guys.